We the people want to say Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys got to enjoy the parade this morning, and I hope you're sitting around the table getting ready to eat lots of delicious food. But moving on from that, there are some things that need to be discussed. Another liberal judge set free a multi-time convicted felon in Chicago, and that felon decided to get on the train system and set another woman on fire. When is the time to hold these judges accountable? If you and I could go out to a bar and get drunk and cause an accident, and the bartenders are held accountable for our actions, why are the judges that set these criminals back onto these streets not held to the same accountability? If somebody's life is ruined because of your failure to do your job and do it adequately, why are you not held accountable? A number of politicians have come out and said that it is okay for armed service members to refuse an unlawful order from the President of the United States. Refusing an order from the President of the United States is paramount to treason, and you can lose your job, you can be incarcerated, and there was a point in time where if you refuse certain orders, you could be excommunicated from life. But now that Donald Trump is saying things, it's okay to refuse unlawful orders. But when Joe Biden said that every armed service member had to get a jab in the arm during COVID if you refused, you were fired. And I'm not understanding why it's okay for Joe Biden to push unlawful orders, but it is not okay for Donald Trump to say things to try to make this country safer. Joe Biden wasn't trying to make the country safer by forcing people to get a vaccine that wasn't tested, that wasn't proven, that the data did not show was actually going to be safe, healthy, and have no long-term lasting effects. But it was still pushed because the pharmaceutical companies wanted the billions upon billions of dollars that they raked in from the shots, from all the boosters, and from every other avenue that they got money from. But here it is, Donald Trump is trying to make the country safer, and now it's okay to refuse orders. It doesn't work that way. You don't get to cherry pick what you want, when you want it, and how you want to do it. Now, as of yesterday, 2 National Guardsmen were shot in Washington, D.C. And people are already starting to speculate over who or why or what the reasoning was behind all of it. Meanwhile, people like Don Lemon are out here making videos telling black and brown people that are illegal to go take the money that they have illegally earned to buy illegal firearms because they are not allowed to buy a firearm in the United States because they are not a citizen of the United States. And to use those illegal firearms to then illegally shoot and harm ICE or National Guards or police members that they feel are a threat to them because of their illegal status here in the United States. So now we have political commentators condoning violence on American citizens by illegal immigrants. Now, who knows as of yet who this shooter is, what his reasoning was behind it, if he was acting alone or if he was in a group. And in the days to come, there will be a lot of information that is coming out. Some of it may be rushed, some of it may be jumped to conclusions. Do your own research. Figure out for yourself what the reasoning is behind it. Don't follow one news channel, don't follow one brand and think that everything they say is exactly true. A lot of news agencies push their own agendas, whether it be left or right, Democrat or Republican, conservative or liberal. Every news station leans one way or the other. Companies like groundnews.com will show you left and right and center and who's reporting on it. My suggestion is go to an outlet like that and look at both sides of the story. Look at who's reporting on what and how they're actually reporting it. And then they have options like the blind side feature, which will show you what the left or the right is not reporting on that they should be reporting on. Something that could take them by surprise if they're not paying attention to it. There's a lot of different things going on in this country right now that need attention, that need people to start realizing that they cannot just follow mainstream media and accept it for exactly what it is, word for word. You've got shows like The View out there with a handful of women who are so opposed to one person that no matter what that one person says or does, will always be an issue. Donald Trump could come out tomorrow and say oxygen is the best thing in the world, and people will hold their breath just to try to prove him wrong. It was proven with the whole Tylenol issue. When Donald Trump came out with RFK Jr. and they said acetaminophen has been shown to cause autism in children when women take it during pregnancy. A lot of pregnant women took it and got themselves sick. Some even in liver failure because of it. Stupid decisions do not make for good things. Just because you do not like one person politically does not mean the things they do or say are wrong. Whether you like Donald Trump as a person or not does not mean everything that he does or says is wrong. You don't have to like him. You don't have to appreciate him. But you don't have to do stupid things to hurt yourself just to spite him. We the people need to do better. We the people deserve a better country, not for ourselves, but for the legacies that we leave behind. If you can't look in the mirror and say that you've done something right, or you've done something to help, then you still have time to do the right thing. You still have time to make the right actions to leave behind a better legacy. This country does not need to be divided by politics. This country does not need to be divided by race. It does not need to be divided by anything. This country needs to come together to do better for the children that will take over one day. I know it's a scary place, but when we work together, when we have a free exchange of ideas, when we stop blaming one another for stupid things, and we can actually come to the table and sit down and talk and communicate again, things will start to get better. But until we get over this political divide that keeps everybody fighting against one another, nothing will change. If you can't sit down and communicate with the people that you've known for 20, 30 years or more because of a political agenda, you've already lost. If you put politics and party over people and common sense, you've already lost. It's time to take back our country. Get it away from the Republicans. Get it away from the Democrats. Get it away from the dumb ideas that are constantly dividing the country and keeping us fighting each other. There is not a single reason that we can't sit down and have a conversation and talk about what's going on in this country and what ideas we all have to better move forward. Because not every Republican idea is going to be a home run. Not every Democrat idea is going to be a home run. But we can all get past our own political agendas and realize what we need to do for this country is get a smaller government and a better group of people who are more involved and willing to take control in their own hands to do better things. Ronald Reagan said it. The worst 9 words to hear is I'm from the government and I'm here to help. When the government gets involved, all sense goes out the window. So if we want to get this country back and we want to be able to be safer, more prosperous, and happier, we need to get the government out of our lives and run what we need to run the way we know we need to run it. Thank you guys. I'm done ranting for the day. I hope you have a safe and happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.